Oh my goodness.
I'll take 50% off now. Maybe later.
Oh. It is another week. It is time for hashtag just saying. Oh my goodness.
OMG.
So right before we started recording, my little tripod broke. So I have a Mickey Mouse. I have a whole Rube Goldberg thing happening on the camera. It's like it's on top of a Funko Pop and it's leaning on this. Hopefully it holds. We shall see.
You ever hear the term break a leg?
Yeah, I know. The fucking leg thing broke. I was like, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me for real?
And then we had an issue with this.
And then the computer decided to peace out. Like, oh, I'm sorry. You're having a good day. Bye.
More like bye.
Exactly. Exactly. Peace. So,
yes.
Hopefully that is the last of the technical issues. We shall see. So, I had 2 hours of happiness this week as I went to the car wash. I used to go to the car wash all the time. I was very, very religious about going to the car wash.
Were you playing the song?
At the car wash. No, I was not. I should have been, though.
Yeah.
Because I think that would have been really good.
Was it the one you went through? Or do you have to get out and watch the car?
Oh, no. I went fancy.
What?
I went fancy. The one you, like, the touchless, where you drive your car in and the big arm comes over. It's like... Oh, yeah. I went fancy. I was splurging. Yeah, because I was like, well, I'm unemployed and fucked, so might as well spend $10 washing my car. So it was beautiful because, it was a hot day. I sweated my ass off. But it was really, really nice. So I went to the car wash and I did the whole touches. I got the premium package, just so we're all clear. Premium package, and then I pulled up and I hit the vacuums. But before I did the vacuuming... Oh, they do suck. You pay for suckage. So before I did the vacuuming, I went over to the little vending thing, and I got a thing to wash the window, like a window cloth. And then I got a new little tree. And, oh, I love the little freshies. The little trees. I love those.
Happy little trees.
Yes! Happy trees! Why is there not a Bob Ross air freshener in the shape of a tree that says happy little tree?
I don't know.
That needs to happen ASAP.
Yeah,
so
we're seeing other stuff of Bob Ross out there.
I know.
He actually has action figures. I've seen a chia pet of his head.
Of his head! Chia head.
I saw a Bob Ross game in Target yesterday. I didn't really look at it, but I'm like, okay, how do you play that?
You don't. A friend of mine was going a little crazy. He had a surgery, so he was stuck at home. But it wound up quarantine time, so it just worked out well. And he's a big Bob Ross fan too, so he went to the store, bought all the art supplies, and was trying to paint along with Bob Ross. And I'm like, dude, that's on a skill level that I can't even... And Bob makes it look so easy.
Yep.
Like, you can do it. And I'm like, that's the problem, is you get encouraged. It's like, oh yeah, I could do this. I can paint a fucking mountain. Then you go to paint the mountain, and it's like, man, that looks like a lump.
Looks like a kindergarten kid did it.
Yeah. And you get a little bird in the sky, you do a little V. Little birds. Remember when you were a kid? And the sun always took up the corner of the page?
Yeah.
You're like, why is your sun in the corner? Because the world is turning.
As the world turns.
As the world turns. So I got that. Oh, and then I got a little Armor All sponge. And, yeah. So I Armor All'd inside my car, and then I washed the window on the inside, because we had a day like a month ago where it was like it was I got odd condensation in the car, and I'm like, I was too impatient to run the defrost and try to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally just grabbed my sweatshirt sleeve and went eek. So I had little weird streaks, and it was pissing me off because I'm so OCD about my car. And so I cleaned the windshield, and then I armor all, and then I hung my new little tree. New car scents, if you're interested. I usually go black ice.
Yeah.
But I went new car scent this time because I wanted something new.
I always thought that smelled similar to the cologne car.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I
I used to wear that as a teen.
Oh, nice. It smells nice. It's a very pleasant smell.
Lady. No.
I know, a lot of the ladies like the black ice one. Seriously. Yeah. So, I did that. I also have a little Yankee Candle thing for my vent, which I put on there. But it was really nice. It was looking really spiffy, and then I vacuumed it out and got rid of some of the dog hair in the back. Thanks, Daisy. And, I for like 2 hours, I just felt great. I mean, I was sweaty, but I accomplished something, so I was proud of myself.
Yay.
And there was nobody around, so I didn't have to wear a mask, because it was just me.
How many people wear a mask anymore either?
Well, I mean, I was outside, and there was nobody around. I mean, there was a guy that came, a little while later, but he parked like 2 vacuums away. And he was wearing his mask, and I'm like,
practicing social distance.
He was. We were vacuum social distancing, but I mean, he was like 2 vacuums away, but he was wearing his mask, and I'm like, we're far enough away that I think you're okay.
Most of the people I see are wearing theirs just going in stores.
Well, a lot of stores you have to.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. You know, I wasn't gonna tell you this because I can't remember specifics, but I actually had a dream last night. I actually had a dream that my dream last night was the show.
This one?
Yes. Wow. So I dreamed we recorded a show, and damn, it was good. Damn if it wasn't good. It was a great show, and I can't remember anything about it.
Oh.
I know, because I would just repeat it verbatim, and we'd be like, woo. Yeah. It was, I woke up at like, oh boy. I had a really horrible sleep last night. All this week my husband's been snoring and pissing me off. My mood this week has been awful. And, poor Jay. But, I fell asleep for maybe 1 or 2 hours. And then I woke up because I had to go to the bathroom, and then he was snoring, so I couldn't fall back asleep again.
Don't you hate when your bladder wakes you up?
Yes.
I can't stand that shit.
So, but that was the dream, and I couldn't... You know, sometimes, like, you have a dream, and you're able to go back into the dream? I love that.
That's rare.
It is rare, but it's beautiful when it happens, because it's like a to be continued.
Yeah.
You know, like the 80s sitcoms would be like, to be continued, and you had to wait a whole week.
Yep.
And, but you could just go right back into it. It's nice.
And it got better when it's on DVD. To be continued. Next track.
Next, yeah. Next. Click.
Hey, it's continuing.
It's continuing now. To be continued now. So, that was good. I mean, we were great. We had a great show. I was like, man, that was really good. Good for us.
Wish I knew what we talked about.
I don't remember anything about it. I just remember like, wow.
That's one of the downfalls of dreams.
Yeah.
You just experienced it and you woke up and you're like, what happened?
Well, the next dream, I actually remember the next dream that I had when, because I was finally able to fall asleep once Jay woke up. He got up and, let me tell you what.
Good, you're up.
That's almost exactly what happened. His alarm goes off at 4:30. Right? That's the first alarm. He shuts that off, lays down, and has a secondary alarm go off at 4:50. And that's the absolute latest he can sleep. He's got to get up and hustle. So, the first alarm goes off. And I'm just laying there. I'm on my phone, just scrolling. And he goes, are you still awake? And I was like, yup. And he goes, have you gotten any sleep? Nope. I'm sorry. Okay. And then he goes, should I just get up now? If you could.
That would be great.
That would be great if you could. So he was like, okay, well, I'll get up now. But he didn't shut the secondary alarm off. So he got up to be nice and went in the other room and, started to make his morning and get ready for work. And then the goddamn alarm goes off at 4:50. I went, shut it off! Shut it off!
For the love of God!
He comes running in. Oh my God, I'm so sorry! It's like, shut it off.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I am so sorry. I said I'm so sorry in a business context today. Because guys, I've been job searching since I got laid off. The day I got laid off was June 6th was my last day. I started job searching that afternoon. And I just now got a company write me back. So they wrote me back about a job, but as it turns out, it was not the job that they wanted to talk to me about. So that job had already been filled. But the woman goes, well, we filled that position already. And I'm like, fuck, you could have said that in the email. And I know. And she goes, but I really like your resume. And I was like, yeah, me too. And she goes, so I want to know if you're interested in, other work. And I'm like, well, I'm interested in working. So she's like, great.
Well, me.
Yeah. So she's like, great. And then she goes, what? She goes, they had something with the Department of Health, which included, like, having to call people. I'm not good on the phone, right? Oh, you know what I did yesterday? This is a quick sidetrack, but it's relevant, I promise. Yesterday, just to be overly personal, I had a really, really depressive day. Wednesday. That was yesterday. Because we're recording early. I don't know what days it is. I don't fucking know anything anymore.
I was like that when I didn't have to go to work for.
I don't know anything anymore. Like, it was my nephew's birthday a week ago. I had remembered.
Every day for like Saturday.
I'm like, oh shit, it's his birthday. I don't know dates anymore. I'm lucky I know what day it is.
You don't have a calendar up anymore either.
No, it's over there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
It's in the corner over there. New York Giants.
It's out of the way.
New York Giants, proud. So.
What's going on here?
Well, I was afraid it might. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, I was really, really depressed, and the dog could sense it. So the dog was like, be happy. You know when dogs or animals are like, oh, you seem sad? Pet me.
Christine's dog's like that.
So she was trying to get me to pet her, and she was like pawing at me. She's like, pet me, jerk.
Rub my belly, bitch.
Yeah. Rub my belly for smiles.
Come on, rub me. Rub me, damn it.
Rub my belly for smiles. So anyway, I was like, okay, this is a really bad day. I have to try to turn this around. So I ended up, I went out and I was like, I'm going to go get lunch. Or Lupper.
Yay.
Or Lupper. Because... because I really only eat one meal a day. And it was late enough in the afternoon where I was like, I can call this lunch, but it's really just going to be dinner. Mm-hmm. So I got some Chinese food.
Yeah.
Right? I decided to splurge. I'm like, I'm poor. I'm fucked anyway. I might as well spend my money. So I got a car wash the other day, and then yesterday I got Chinese food.
Well, they always load you up on rice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have it for Lupper again. There's something in my eyes pissing me off. So I was like, I'm going to splurge. I'm going to go out. I'm going to get some Chinese food. So I went out and I got Chinese food. And where was I going with this story? Oh, yeah. No, I promise. So I don't like the phone. I have phone anxiety. It took me about a half an hour to get the courage to call Chinese food and order Chinese food. that's just how bad my phone anxiety is. Hi, Daisy. She's coming. She heard we were talking about her. So, there you go. Good girl. So I was like, oh, come on, man. So...
You're really bringing me over, man.
Yeah. So when the lady was like, we have something and it involves like phone stuff, I was like, no. And I was literally going to tell her it took me a half an hour to work up courage to order Chinese food yesterday. I said, no, I'm not. I can't do that. And she goes, oh. And then she goes, and then she's like, in a sassy way, she's like, you're more behind the scenes, huh? And I was like, yes, that's me. I am behind the scenes making all the magic work. I was like, that's what I do. And she's like, okay. And then I was going to say, and don't micromanage me. I don't like to somebody over my shoulder. Just tell me what to do. I'll fucking do it. You don't have to check up on me ever again.
Right.
Right? I'm a pro over here. So, she was like, well, I'm going to send you... Now, the thing about when you do, like, data entry shit and stuff is they want to know that you can type, and they want to know that you're accurate, and they want to know that you're semi-speedy. So she goes, we're going to send you all these evaluation things and just do them. And, you know, but she seems very eager to help me find work.
Good.
So, I mean...
It's like you have an agent.
I know. I know. I should be like, refer to my agent, please. So then she's like, well, what, and this is the hard part, right? She says, well, what price, per hour are you looking at? So I told her my range per hour.
80.
$80 an hour? Holy shit. What, am I giving a hand
You
job?
got a deal.
Am I giving hand jobs while I'm typing too?
Well, I was going to say, if you didn't tell her that you were behind the scenes, she's probably going to offer you a 900 number
Yeah.
phone service.
I hope not. They're like, hey, what are you wearing? Well, I'm wearing a Pitfall t-shirt.
Khakis.
Cargo pants, because I like pockets. Tell me what you'd put in those pockets. My hands. Probably.
Putting your hand in there for me right now?
And probably hand sanitizer, if I'm honest. Because you make me feel dirty.
Well, that's a 900 number for you.
Oh,
shit.
Exactly. So she's like, oh, do those and we'll get back to you. And I'm like, okay, cool. So
touch myself.
What ifs? I could put on different accents. I think that'd be fun. They're like, oh, hello. That's not sexy. I don't care.
To someone it is.
To someone. I got a thing. I hate feet. There are people in this world who have a foot fetish. That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Shit.
I know. Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I am so sorry. But, I shouldn't have done that because then I'll have to explain the sorry. But, okay, so I was telling her, like, basically, okay, this is what I want per hour. She was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I'm worth it. And she's like, I'm sure. And I'm like, no, I am worth it. Believe me. And then she goes, okay, so definitely no phones. And I'm like, no. And then I said, I'm sorry. Because I have to say I'm sorry, apparently.
It will help.
I don't know. She's like, well, it's okay. And I'm like, well, and in my head, I'm like, well, isn't it better to just be honest? Because if I had said, like, oh, yeah, I'll do that, and then I'm put in the position and I, like, have a anxiety attack over it, I mean, that's not going to be a good look. They'll be like, what's the matter with you, weirdo?
Don't spit.
We're back on the 900 number now.
Swallow. Swallow it, girl.
Okay. I didn't tell you before, but I'll tell you now. For the audio folks, we record the first 30 to 35 on YouTube. You can watch that. We have a secondary channel called #Explore, where we have that's basically what it is. We have exploration videos. They're very, very cool. For the video people, you can listen to the entire show on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play,
Hey, Dad.
Anchor,
You can listen.
and Spotify,
Get your binoculars and spot us.
and probably other places that I don't even know about.
If you find us there, let us know.
And while you're here, subscribe,
Please.
like, and comment if you like. I don't care.
Ring the bell, Joe.
Ring the bell to get notified, and might as well jump over to the other channel that we have, #Explore, and
Explore.
explore that one.
Explore the Explorer.
There's a new video up on that. New video up on that channel that is available on the regular channel, but this one has extended footage. It's like the director's cut.
Yay!
I know. I was like thinking the other day, because Jay was he goes, "What are you working on?" And I said, "Well, I'm uploading the video." And he goes, "Oh, cool." And I was like, "It has like 20 more minutes of footage or something." And he's like, "Oh, that's awesome." He's like, "Director's cut." And I said, "Yeah." And then he goes, "Commentary?" And I was like, "No, but I think that would be funny. Maybe one day we'll do a commentary video."
That would be fun.
I think that would be funny.
Just like when you put those funny subtitles up there in the videos.
Yeah.
That'd be fun too.
Yes. So anyway,
Do that on the ones that we don't do commentary.
I don't know. Well, because it's funny, because like when you watch the old, or at least when I watch the older stuff, I'm like, oh wow. And trying to explain to people, like I used to have to put subtitles, like, oh, Sean, blah 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 blah, and it's like, I just think it would be funny if we were commenting on it. It's like, excuse me. I'm sorry. Again. Oh, gosh. It's too fucking hot. I don't want to get into weather. But we're already there.
Oh, it's the end of July.
It's too hot. I hope it cools down. Jesus. Ask me if I've mowed my lawn.
No.
That's the answer that I will give you.
Ask me if I got to my storage unit yet.
What the
No.
frick, Sean? You haven't got to the storage unit?
No.
Why?
Stuff keeps coming up.
Stuff keeps coming up. Well, that life happens.
I gotta make another payment tomorrow.
Life
Oh,
happens.
wait, sorry. See, I don't even know what day it is either. Saturday.
Ah, yes.
So hopefully I'll have it one more month. But we'll see. 4 months from now, I'll say that again. One more month.
Paid on the storage unit. One more month. One more month. I mean, are you trying to condense it to a smaller unit?
That was my original plan. Go through it, try to get rid of at least a third of the stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to part with stuff.
I hear you.
And hopefully try to find a smaller unit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not paying as much.
Mm-hmm.
Because they keep jacking up the price like every 6 to 8 months.
Ooh.
When I first got the unit, I was paying $118.
Yep.
Now it's $160.
Oh my goodness. That's quite a markup, actually. Actually?
Yeah. I think it was within the first year or year and a half, they marked it up to $136.
What the heck? I'm in the wrong business is what I am.
$11 of it is just insurance
Oh. Okay.
to cover everything that's in there.
Alright.
I know if I didn't take the insurance, something was going to happen and we're screwed.
That's usually what happens. You end up being like, oh, if only I'd taken that flood insurance.
Mm-hmm. And twice in 1 year, they jacked it up.
Yeah.
Now it's at $160 with the insurance.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy talk.
It's a 5x10.
Hmm.
It's not like I got a unit the size that can hold a car.
Not like...
I want to condense and get half of that shit out of there and try to get to a smaller unit that maybe I can spend less than $100
Yeah.
until I can get a house again.
Mm.
Or get married again.
Let me tell you, there is nothing of mine in the basement. I have no basement space. There's nothing of mine down there. It's all somebody else. And I keep getting told, I'm going to clean it out.
It's like you keep hearing me say, I'll get to the storage unit.
Yeah, what is it with men? If you're going to do it, do it. If you're not, shut up about it. Jesus. I mean, and then the other night, he was saying it's hot on the other side of the house, because the air conditioner doesn't hit that side. So, he goes, I really feel like cleaning my office today. I'm like, oh, do it. Well, this was the other night. It was like Tuesday or something. I said, oh, do it. I'll go watch a movie or something. And he's like, oh, what are you going to watch?
There's a distraction. Oh,
that
sounds better.
Well, here's the thing.
Can I watch with you?
He stopped taking his ADD medication because he thinks he doesn't really need it, and it was making him drowsy. I'm like, being on your phone all night while you're laying in bed is the thing that's making you fucking drowsy.
Yeah.
But okay. So now it's really easy for him to get distracted. So, what movie are you gonna watch? And I'm like, well,
I've seen him from here a few times while we record.
Yeah.
He'll go in there, start watching a show.
Mm-hmm.
Then he'll be doing something on like his phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll like disappear for a while and go do something else.
Yeah.
All within like 45 minutes or something.
Oh yeah. It's like, what? Just sit. Oh my goodness, we were watching a haunted documentary last night.
I'm interested already. I don't want to do the storage unit now. I want to watch this.
And I made notes for future things.
Trips.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes, I was making notes, and I haven't even made it all the way through the documentary thing yet because it's like a 5-part series.
Ooh.
So I'm like,
I'm really interested.
So I'm up to like
I don't want to do anything now.
I'm up to like the second episode, and I was like, oh, and then I started like writing stuff down because I have a whole notepad of stuff that when Sean and I when we finally get back on the road and start shooting the Explore videos again, I have a whole list of places to go. Some of which we can't do because of social distancing. And I know, it's life. There's nothing I can do. So I was writing some things down. And the narrator started talking about something. And then Jay is that person where if something comes up, he immediately needs to go to his phone and look it up. And it drives me crazy. And I will often yell at him about it. And it's like, get off your phone! Or, you don't need to look that up right now. No, I need to. I need to know, I mean, it's like he's fact-checking the documentary. I'm like, you don't need to do that. But he can't help himself. So something had come up for something that was local, and he immediately went to his pocket to grab his phone, and it wasn't in his pocket. And he goes, my phone! And I was like, oh, too bad. And and like the way that we were, like when we lay down and watch TV, like he lays one way, and I lay the other way, like I lay on I rest my head on his belly. Because I like it, it's cute. So I'm like, oh, he's comfy. It's like a little pillow. It's like a big pillow, if I'm honest, but it's still cute. So he goes, can you get up so I can get my phone? I went, no. I'm watching this, and I'm comfortable. And he goes, but I need to. No, you don't need to. Just leave it alone.
No matter how hard you try, if he got up and tried to get back and you try to get comfy again, it's not the same.
No, I've never reached the same position, no. Be like, what angle was my neck at? I can't. This is horrible. Yeah. It was a pretty good documentary. It's I'm not gonna tell you what it was. It's a
Soul.
Yeah, I know. The guy has written various like haunted.
Soul.
I know. We got the thing back. What is that? Gavel.
Gavel.
Gavel. Yeah. It's from a guy who's written various like haunted, like legend type books. So it was a documentary that he had produced, and it was funny because the episodes that I was watching were focused on like the Berkshire. He talked about Houghton Mansion, which I'd
love to go back there.
which you and I got to tour, and I have.
We did that a little while just after Ghost Dimensions was there.
We did.
Because I made reference to that when we were there.
And, I mean, I don't know if I... See, unfortunately, that's one of those places that we went that was on my old USB. So I don't know if
The one that fell in the fourth dimension?
The one that...
Floating around in space somewhere?
The one that St. Peter has not yet returned to me. You deserve this back now. And so
Give it back.
I know, you fuck! So, I mean, I'm literally just...
What are you going to do with it? Really?
I lost this USB. Now, when Sean and I used to film, I would use my iPhone because it can do, HD. Excuse me. And I had a little USB adapter to it so that everything automatically saved to the USB instead of saving on the phone memory. Because if you start filming and you're using a high quality, you will use up your phone memory pretty quick. So, as I found out the first shoot we did, I think I got about 10 minutes of footage, and then my phone was like, memory full! I'm like, you bitch! But luckily we went back to that place about 3 or 4 times, so I got it back. So, but I had one that I was using, and then I mean, it's one of those deals that, like, when you have it, it's either one of 2 places. Like, it's either here or it's there. And it's in neither of those places, and it's misplaced, and I cannot find it. I bought a replacement for it.
Thinking that if you bought the replacement, the other one would show up.
I figured that's exactly what would happen.
That's usually what happens.
I'm like, I'll buy the replacement, and then the new one, I'll get the new one will arrive, and then I'll find the old one. But I've yet to find the old one, and it's been like a year. I mean, but I actually have like a I'll call it a quality. It's a good camcorder. I have a pretty good camcorder, so I don't even need to rely on that anymore. My issue with the camcorder thing is that the files are huge. So when I go to transfer it onto the thing, it's like I have to make a lunch and sit there as a picnic and wait for the freaking thing to transfer. Because I can't get the data size down. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I think that footage was on the misplaced thing, so I don't know if I have any of the original footage from that anymore. Because we had about 4 hours of footage. Because we got there early, and they let us in and allowed us to talk to some of the people who worked there, and we got to walk around a little bit.
At first, I was unsure how they felt, so I was like using my camera to get their faces out of the picture. I didn't know how they felt about it, their image on video.
Yeah, I think I did the same thing, but
Respectful.
I tried to do that as the more people in the group arrived. Mm-hmm. Like I would shoot people from like the waist down, or just their shoes or whatever, because a lot of people get very uncomfortable when they see people like filming, and it's like, oh. Ooh.
We also had another downfall that day.
And it's like, I'm not here for you. I think I know what the downfall is, but what was your downfall?
While we were there, I spent time like talking to this girl that was there.
Yeah.
And by the end of the tour,
mm-hmm.
I was telling her about our show.
Yeah.
And she asked if I had a business card.
Oh, right.
We didn't have it made up then.
We didn't.
I was so pissed.
Yeah.
I didn't even have flyers printed up yet.
No, not yet. We have the cards now. Yay.
We have them now. We just don't give them up.
Yeah, I know. We always forget. It's like,
I got 2 boxes in my car somewhere.
It's funny because he toured the house in this documentary. And I'm like, oh yeah, I've been there. And I knew all the rooms. Like, they were in the that big auditorium. And then they were in the basement. And the kid he was with was talking about, like, the ghost girl in the basement and stuff. And what I did, yeah, supposedly, yeah. And what I didn't know, and obviously I didn't know because I hadn't seen the documentary. When we were there, I had done a photo burst, right? And because that's a good way to catch weird things. So I had done a photo burst, and my photo burst had about 10 photos. And of the 10, 2 were really, really weird. And there was like a weird glowing thing in the middle of the screen.
Some type of energy thing.
It's not an orb, and I really hate when people are like, oh, dust, it's an orb. I really hate when people are so quick to be like, that's an orb. I have no idea what it is. It's not a ball. It's like it's a weird shape, and apparently this young man had gotten something very similar when he was down there, and I was like, oh, great. Cause they didn't show it, of course. But I was like, oh, great, because that kind of backs up the thing that I got, you know? It was weird.
Spirits can manifest in all different ways, not just a glowing ball of energy. But stuff like that is considered to be a manifestation.
Well, I had stayed back from the group a little bit because I was doing a photo burst. So everybody had kind of gone around a corner.
That was like a small little room off the side, right?
No, that was we were walking down that little hall to go back up the stairs, and it was right in front of that doorway that woman kept like, I don't want to walk past that room.
Why'd you come in the first place, bitch?
Oh yeah. Oh no, hang on, part 2. We'll have part 2 of that. Hang on one second. So, we have a little bit more to say about that. We're gonna save that for the part 2 for the audio. Thank you so much for joining us. My goodness. I'm lost. We will be back next week.
Wish Tara luck that she gets a job.
Fucking, well, I mean, you know.
Lady, her agent likes her,
my new agents. Resume. My new agents. It would certainly help getting a job. I have a lot of things I want to do and I need money.
Yes.
So, we will see you next time. Scarecrow, I'm going to miss you most of all. I haven't said that in a while, so I'm going to say that. Joey, you like gladiators? Sean's got something to tell you. Tell him, Sean. I can't roll out of frame.
Yeah, the damn rug.
I'm stuck.
Have a good everything.
Woo.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Dial this one night.